Greetings YouTube, I'm Master Moses and welcome to another installment of Webpages with Wages, the show where I gather various apps and websites that help you earn money and share them with all of you. Now, the app today that I'm going to be showing is one that's near and dear to my heart. It's mPoints. mPoints is a system that's going to be used in a lot of different apps, and it allows you to earn points by doing various tasks, which can be exchanged for prizes, mostly gift cards. The reason this one is so near and dear to me is because mPoints is actually the very first reward system I ever used. I was using my dictionary app and began to wonder what the little reward, the little gift present box that kept popping up in the corner was, and so I eventually tapped on it. That brought me into a registration page, and once my skepticism faded, I decided to try it out. And sure enough, within a week I was redeeming gift cards already. It's a really useful system, so I think I'll share it with all of you. Now, my disclaimer is this. Unless I'm very much mistaken, this is a mobile-only system. So break out your iPhones, get out your Androids to a lesser extent, and then we'll get to business. Now, of course, the first matter at hand is getting a hold of the apps that work with it. Now, unlike a lot of system apps, mPoints is actually added onto pre-existing apps. It's not its own thing. Some of my personal favorites would be the Bone Counter duo, one of which is for free and the other you can get for $1, but it's debatably worth it. It's one of the quickest ways to get points, so if you're going to just use a couple apps, then it may be worth going ahead and paying that $1. Also, watch for it. I got mine on a special day where, as a promotional thing, they were giving it out for free. So I've got both. Worth checking out for sure. But the list doesn't stop there. As you can see here, there are a lot of apps, and this isn't even half of the ones available. I just have low memory on my phone. So, the most common method that the names are formatted in is going to be X to Y. Some of the names are everything from splat to bat, to flip to coin, to roll the dice, even toot the baby. That's a weird one. Don't get me started on that. You can pretty much find just about all of them by searching on the App Store for mPoints, because it's usually in the description, because it's a selling point for their apps. But all of these, other than the Bone Counter one that I mentioned before, are free. Now, the main groups that I'd suggest, just for the speed that you can gather points, would be the Bone Counter duo, as well as this group of hologram apps. And I'll get to a little bit more on those later, but for now we'll start with the Bone Counter. Now, Bone Counter is actually not as completely awesome as it sounds. It's pretty much a calculator for counting up your points at the end of a game of dominoes. I'm not sure I know of anybody who really needs a calculator to count up their points for dominoes, but the points that the app gives are what make it worth it. Now, when you open up the app, this is the screen you'll see, and it's just a calculator-looking screen with all of these tiles. And there's actually 3 key tiles that you need to know. The 1, the 17, and the 18 can each be tapped 3 times and get an achievement for each one. The achievements can later on be swapped out for mPoints. So tap all 3 of those, and then you're ready to go collect them by hitting the mPoints logo down here in the corner. We'll get a little bit more into how you redeem those achievements later on. For now, I'm going to also talk about those hologram apps. Now, these are the only 6 that I know of, That doesn't mean there's not more. It'd be worth looking into. Maybe look at apps by the same creator. These are other great ways, maybe even faster than the bone counters, and you don't have to pay for the second one on these. So if you wanted to just do one or the other, these would probably be a good choice. And when you open it up, you're going to see a big list of holograms. Now, all of these actually aren't going to be there the first time you open it up. There's going to be a thing that says unlock new hologram. When you hit it, it's going to play you an ad video, which is like 15 seconds, let you close it, and then you've unlocked the new one. It is very much worth doing this for every single new one. The reason that I say this is you only have to do it once, and then it's unlocked for good, and each hologram is worth 1 achievement per day. So, if you do all of them, you're going to be, by the end of it, more than doubling your output, which is a good thing. And I'd say it's worth watching a handful of little 15-second ads, even if you only want to watch 1 or 2 at a time. Just knock them out chip by chip. So, what you're going to do in this screen is just pick any of these holograms and tap on it. For this example, I'll go ahead and do the T-Rex down here because he's pretty awesome. And it's going to open up this not bad 3D image. I mean, some of them you can actually move on your own. This one, it just kind of rotates and moves around like it's running. I mean, it's pretty cool to look at as well, which I guess is a perk, but of course that's not the main reason we're here. So, to get back to the prior screen, just hit that the little great projector thing underneath it, and then it'll take you right back. And repeat that process for each and every one of them. It may sound like a lot to do, but since each one is going to get you an achievement, it's going to add up fast. Now, I've said a lot about these achievements, so let's get into how it actually works and open up the mPoints menu itself. So tapping that logo earlier, or where it just says mPoints at the bottom in some apps, is going to bring you into this screen. Now there's a lot to see here, but I'll start by pointing out that once per day, for every app, you can tweet about it and then earn some more points. Now, this is a debatable point. Me personally, I only have a Twitter for the sake of using things like this. But of course, a lot of people use Twitter faithfully, and their friends are going to get irritated with you fast if you just sit there and spam things like that all day. So if you've got a bunch of followers on Twitter and you don't want to lose them, then you probably shouldn't take advantage of that. But if you're like me and don't really give a crap about Twitter, then it's probably worth it because, you know, all those apps you saw earlier, 10 to 15 apps, 10 points a day, that adds up in its own right. So up there at the top are going to be the achievements. By tapping on it, you'll pull one up, and then by tapping on that, you'll collect the points. Now, not only that, but a lot of times it's going to give you offers to do everything from play little mini games to visit websites to watching videos. I mean, I've got an AT&T one here. This is a really, really common one. If you tap on the screen, it'll take you to the AT&T site. You don't even need to wait for it to load up, to be perfectly honest, and I usually don't. It'll just open the window on your browser. You just close it before it loads up, go back to the app, and you've got the 60 points, which is a decent bit. Another way that you can earn points is by using this check-in thing with the mPoints logo on it. By clicking that while you're out and about in public, it'll actually scan around you and identify businesses that pay to be sponsored in this app, which is almost every business. Not exactly sure whether they pay mPoints directly or how that works, but almost every business, restaurant, store, heck, even all the little stores and restaurants at the front of Walmart are counted separately. And you can check in at 15 of them per day. That's usually going to get you at least 5 or 10 points for each one. Sometimes they're even running specials. Like I've seen Walmart before go for a thing where they're offering like 50 points for anyone who checks in. Plus, each one that you check in at, you can also tweet that you checked in there, and that'll give you a bonus 10 points for each one. Again, if you really don't care about your followers. Now, once you've got enough points, back on this mPoints menu, if you hit that little basket, it's going to take you to the store. Now, like most systems, Amazon gift cards are going to be your main thing. There's some other gift cards, and they even change it up sometimes and add random items such as water bottles and mPoints t-shirts and everything else that you can imagine. They really keep it random. I've seen headbands and yoga mats, and just, if you can imagine it, they've probably had it on there at some point. So it's worth checking out the variety, although personally I stick to the Amazon gift cards. Your best deal is going to be the $1 gift card, which costs 2,000 points. After that, the rate goes up a little bit, because then it's the $2 gift card for 5,000. The rate stays the same from there all the way up through the various levels. And the only reason that I wouldn't be able to get just multiple of the $1 gift card is you're actually limited to one amount per week. And what I mean by that is I can get a $1 gift card, a $2 gift card, a $5 gift card, a $10 gift card, and $20 or $25 gift card if I had that many points, which would be not likely, but you can get one of each, and it times it down to the minute. So I mean, you're going to have to wait a full week before you can get another one. But this never was intended to take the place of like a job. So if you get $1, $2, $3 a week, it does add up, I'll tell you now. I've bought any number of games, books, pieces of jewelry. That's another story. And anything and everything possible with gift cards from this app. This is what started it all. So that's it for mPoints. I've been Master Moses. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you've got another rewards system that you love to earn money with, leave it in the comment below. I'll check it out sometime, and then maybe it'll get featured in one of my videos. Thanks for watching.